Hi guys, this is R.A. Sweeney, and I've got with me Sydney Wallace, and we are going to look at another two of our favorite ornaments from the shoot of Jessie. So just like last time, on the count of three, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2,
This is fun.
3.
It just wasn't in the
Oh!
same order.
So we already had that one. Is there anything else that you want to say about that one? We talked about it in the last video.
Yeah, I do. So, I think you're right on the money with like the kind of from the artist side, the artistic intent of this kind of like desolate and then lush, and the cliff face just talking composition and intention here. That kind of longing sense that you're getting is from looking out and kind of down to greener pastures, that kind of idea, for lack of a better term. But one of my favorite details that you did not say in the last video is that we have this kind of glowing light shining down on this lush land, but it's also casting over the front of Ruth, which I like. It gives me this sense of like hope or reachable, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like she's far, but it is not too far from her.
Right, like the light's reaching all the way to her.
Yeah, which I absolutely love. And I was curious to see if we would get a overlapping one. And we did. And I think that is awesome, though, because that means that, I don't know, we're both on the same page.
Right. So I do have a question for you that I've been thinking about. So as I look at this, I see there is a snaking thing here and kind of a little bit of a swervy deal there. If I look at it, I'm seeing river, and then this would be like a planted field, like that's the crops. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely correct.
Just wanted to make sure, because they both could be river, and so I thought I'd just check.
Yeah, I tried to add in, and like the smaller the photo gets, the less
Right.
easy it is to necessarily firsthand pick out these details. But I tried to make it kind of like a cavern or a canyon-y type
And that's
feeling.
what I saw.
Yeah, and then you've got these lush fields, which not on printer paper in the actual digital version and what will be printed in the book. There's a gradient to them, so to me that's just indicative of like growth is when there's gradients.
Looked like rows of crops to me, but
yeah.
Just thought I'd ask while I've got you here.
Yeah. So then I actually had a feeling that you would choose this one.
I think I told you this was one of my favorites.
Yeah, fun fact, that's also Will's favorite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Will and I have a lot in common, I feel like, when we talk, so that doesn't surprise me, but and it's a really cool one.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the more I would call it like graphic or interpretive ones that we did. So
yeah, so I think if I had to pick top two, this would be top two. I don't know if it would quite make number one.
Really? Okay.
But I really, really like this one. So what I liked about this one is the whole book talks about. I mean, it's called The Shoot of Jesse. It's about the shoot that's going to come up from the dead stump that is the family of Jesse. So Jesse being the father of David, the king line had failed and had just completely fallen apart, been destroyed, and the hope is that a new king was going to come. And so we've got that sprout coming up, and then on the two sides here, you've got Herod, who I love the fire because it's not at all in the story, but it's so true to the story. Just like he just wants the world to burn. Like, I'm gonna be king. He killed his own family, his own kids and stuff. Like, he's such a jerk.
Yeah.
And so I love the fire just to like really bring the intensity of Herod was the worst. And then you've got the Magi that came all the way from who knows how far, riding camels. I've never ridden a camel. It sounds uncomfortable. But they had this amazing faith response that they came with. And so I loved you've got the shoot coming out right next to a rock, so it doesn't even look like it's in the best place to grow a plant. But the shoot's coming out anyway. And then you've got kind of these two responses of like, are you going to be more of a Herod who just, I'll burn the world down rather than let someone take my freedom and my power? Or are you going to be the person who responds faithfully? I just really liked the way it set those with each other.
Yeah. When your original notes for this piece were very interpretive in that this kind of like a lot of things going on, but the end result I was really proud of to have the imagery within the leaves and the shoot itself, because I feel like, it's prophetic almost of what that hope, but also the possible futures could be.
Sure.
And their dichotomy.
Yep.
And yeah, the fire was just like if I don't put some kind of imagery in there, it just looks like a king. But you throw in a destructive force like that,
Right.
and it's pretty self-evident.
Right. And just thinking, like, we've got that theme that we talked about in the last video of like the chaos waters, and like we could have gone chaos waters, but I don't think it would have had the same effect.
Yeah.
And so I really like that you did the fire.
Yeah.
It's not really thematic through the pictures, but I feel like it fits this really well. And I think in my original notes, the shoot just kind of divided two pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah.
was going to be just like a picture here and a picture here with a shoot, and this is way better. So
Yeah. Oh,
nice work.
thank you. No, I really loved getting tangential here, but I really loved all of your notes and ideas in the original spreadsheet that we shared because they were honestly very inspiring for some of these stories that maybe I'm not as familiar with. So I really enjoyed the process, and if I had to choose like a top five, it would probably be in my top five.
Okay, well,
Just didn't make the 3 list.
okay, I don't know, starting to doubt, but Will liked it, so
Yeah,
we'll keep that in mind.
two
So.
against one.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. A little bit more detail on these ones than we had in the first one, but I appreciate you all tuning in. And if you stay tuned, we'll have one more where we talk through the last pick that we had. So we'll see if we've got the same one, if we've got any overlap, or how it goes. We're being very, very secretive about these. So
Yes.
stay tuned, and we'll bring you the next one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.